If you're sitting there thinking about quitting your banking job, from where you sit, it's very romanticized, the idea of going and starting your company. In reality, it's a lot harder.
Startups in itself are very, very difficult.
During half of our journey, we had basically no salaries for 8 months. You do not know, is it going to be 8 months or 36 months or never ever again.
So every day they ask me, when am I going to kind of start finding a real job?
When you talk about a FinTech startup, the likelihood of a FinTech startup failing is twice as high as a regular startup.
There is a risk that this project will go wrong, and that the risk that it will go wrong is 90%.
They underappreciate the technological challenge that's needed to build enterprise quality FinTech solutions.
They are great in tech, they are great in customer design, customer experience, but there's regulatory requirements, there's risk dimensions, there's financial dimensions, pure financial market dimensions that need to be taken into account.
No matter who you are, if you're a founder or you're even trying to work for a FinTech startup, you should have some prior experience working for a traditional financial institute, because you understand what are the problems they're trying to solve, what are the problems they're not able to solve.
What you have to do is reduce all the possible hurdles.
This is not necessarily the best way to deploy your technology solution within the bank's infrastructure. So make it easy for them to consume your product.
You have to build trust with your consumer. And that's the most difficult part, because the banks and the insurance companies and the credit card companies have been around for ages.
Using the word disruption extremely loosely. You have a financial system that has been around. So to come in boldly and say, hey, listen, we're going to entirely disrupt it is not correct.
If you're a startup, don't say, I'll drop the bank. You always find a way to work with the bank.
A lot of companies are trying to solve too many problems. They need to focus on which problem are they trying to solve and which way. Faster, cheaper, or something which people don't realize is a problem.
We see a lot of FinTech organizations kind of looking around the world, different FinTech centers, and thinking about like what has been successful and let me replicate it. To be truly globally successful and locally successful, be original. That's really important.
I think for people who have worked in corporates all their lives, there's a huge mentality shift. Things that you're used to in a large organization simply don't exist in startups. It's a challenge for anybody. It's a lifestyle and a risk appetite that you don't get from a corporate environment.
In an entrepreneurial, there is no such thing as a work-life balance.
Really roll your sleeves up and do all the dirty work.